Disaster.
No, you haven't got chat up. Oh, there we go. We've got chat
Have that,
now.
boys and girls. Do you see that
No
at the same
comment.
time?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're live. Good evening. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Usual chaos. Oh, Jay, you're first. 5 thumbs down. Shall we sod off, boys, and just back it up? What's going on?
No, you know what the thumbs down are, don't you? They're just people liking it in Australia.
Oh, is that what it is? All right.
Yeah.
It's because they've seen my name. I'll come off it. I attract 5 thumbs down straight away before anybody even says a word. So
I don't know why. You're a nice fella. Why would that be?
It's all right, guys. Don't worry. You see the Naturevape logo. Don't worry. A ventriloquist will be along for Roy later on.
What, in there? That will be all right. Anyway, good evening, folks, and a very warm welcome from all three of us. There is room for one more if anyone fancies hopping on. Usual link. Right. Simon, good evening, Simon. Grizzly, good evening. Matt Chandler, good evening, Matt. Hey up.
Hey, Matt.
hey up, Matt.
Mick King, good evening. Graham, good evening. Manic, good evening, Manic.
Evening.
Sticking the kettle on. Oh, perhaps that was a little while ago now. YouTube just telling me I'm live. Thank you, YouTube. Graham, good evening. Rufus, good evening, Rufus. Good evening, all. 3 thumbs down already. Yeah, spooky, isn't it? It's very spooky. Hard to work out, obviously. Adrian, good evening. Shane, good evening. Rufus again. I'll say Rufus. Lynn, good evening, Lynn. One of my spanners. Manic.
Oh, mate.
I think I said Manic, didn't I? Justin, good evening, Justin. And Paul. Hello, Paul. Oh, mustn't show that. There's something to tell everyone about. I'll vape something else.
Oh, have you got something new?
No, not at all. Yeah. Louis. Dion, good evening, Dion. And Tim Rice, Murray Robertson. I said Robertson, not Robinson, so that was good. Tell you what, 6 times down. Should we just... Not that I take it personally at all. Not even so. Yeah, I mean, if that's what floats people's boats, and do you know what? People go on about bullying in this industry, and all right, it's thumbs down. It matters not. It's nothing. But that's not the only kind of behaviour I've had aimed at me this week, and I just find it tiresome. Bloody grow up. Get back to a vaping community, can we, where we all help each other? It's pissing me off. I'm telling you that for a fact.
Mark, don't let it piss you off.
No, it's I've had other things. I've had other things this week, and I just wish people would grow up. You know, do I really want to be blocked from someone's Twitter account?
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to piss you off, and they're trying to provoke a reaction. And
yeah,
all I can say is
let's move on.
They're not worth it. Yeah, they're not worth it.
Let's move on. Thomas, good evening.
Adrian.
No, I think I'm entitled to a little blow off every now and again, a little blow up, because I do find it tiresome, that's all. So, you know, I've been having a good week, but I've had a few things aimed my way, and you just think, how old are we? I thought we were a vaping community. Yeah. Chadwick, good evening. Rob Stanley, Dion, I've said. David, good evening, David. Jackson Vape Reviews, evening Jackson Vape Reviews. There's a man that I'll mention. Bop, put him up there. A very big thank you to, it's Mark Jackson, his name, Mark with a C, not a K. I was going to say it's his very first review, but it wasn't. He reviewed the FP the other day. He bought one cheap and said he'd review that first, and then he reviewed the Nest. And he's just started a YouTube channel, so hopefully one night we'll get him on here as a guest. I know he works shift, so it's probably not, you know, easy for him to just hop on every week. But yeah, brilliant, Mark. I thought you made an amazing job for your, I'll call it your very first review. Absolutely brilliant. And everyone, I think I did mention it actually on Twitter and said, everyone pop over and have a look. And hopefully 1 or 2 of you subscribed. So that's Jackson Vape Reviews, everyone. Give them a look. It's good. Keith Parker, good evening, Keith. Grant Mullings, good evening, Grant. The Vaping Heed, hello, Vaping Heed.
No heed.
Ranting is my job. Well, we're all allowed to get rid of that gasket every now and again, aren't we, Heed?
There you go, Jackson. I've just subbed to you.
There you go, top man. He's give it a look, Roy. It's good.
I will do. I'm not going to give it a look now while I'm on the show, but it's there. Subscribe for later.
Shane Gibson, Naturevape, you're the most mild-mannered man on vape, and I am until someone pokes me too hard, and I'm not as mild as you might think. The difference between me and some other people is that actually I don't threaten legal proceedings. I carry them through. You know, I don't just come on YouTube and threaten that. I've actually sued a solicitor and won, so I'll have no fear about suing someone for slander, I can assure you. Lynn, good evening. Jackie Chan, good evening. Don't let the buggers. Yeah, I know. Jenny, good evening. Bill Richards, good evening, Bill. Keith, I've stayed. I think pretty much everyone, Keith, I've got.
He's caught up with chat.
I have caught up. Keith with his big boy pants. Lovely chap, Keith. Phones me from time to time. A very positive man, top man. Who wants to go first? What are we vaping on? It's not me.
There you go, Jay.
All right then.
You got something new for it, okay?
I only got 2 on the go tonight. I got the mix with the Vanendel Har on the top of that. And in that, I've got some Country Clouds strawberry cornbread pudding. It's quite nice. It's almost got like a cheap sponge cake sort of taste with a little bit more savoury to it.
Cheap sponge cake.
Nice.
That's a good way to describe it, Jay. Cheap sponge cake.
It's the easiest thing that people will understand.
Oh, do cheap sponge cake.
Oh, no,
I do Doogie's goodies.
Save the best to last. And then I've got the Hera with the Pioneer RTA on the top.
I do like obviously all the clear. It's nice.
It's really nice. And obviously I've got Naturevape coils in that. MV10 gets you 10% off, guys. Go and hit the website. And I got some concentrates on special offer that were on offer at Chef's. They had like the Welsh summer stuff range, concentrates dirt cheap. So I got 5 different ones, or one of each one that they do, and that's peach and raspberry, and that's what I've got in that, which is quite nice. And then finally, I've got my new toy.
Shane wants to know if you're set in a very deep hole. I can see what you mean.
Which is this little bad boy.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's lovely, Jay. What is it?
It is an 18350 ClickFet mod made by Tim over at Born in the Man Cave on Facebook. It's a beautiful little thing, little 18350, and obviously I got the Purity Plus mouth to lung on that with the shorty kit on it.
40, yeah.
So it looks really nice. It's called.
What's that made from? Is that resin?
No, it's wood.
It's wood.
He's trying a new finish, which was the first one he tried with this finish on, I think, if I get it right. And basically, it's a UV curing resin that you can paint onto wood to get a gloss finish. As you can see, nice. It's I forgot the name of the wood now. You can't really see on this camera. It's gorgeous. It is. Purple Heart. That's it. It's called Purple Heart. The wood.
Purple Heart.
It's got like a purpley. It's almost like a red. It's more red than purple, but it's got red and purple in it. It's like what's the word? Like a claret red with like a purple tinge to it. It's quite nice.
I just think that's. Well, no, he won't obviously hand make them. It's made by some sort of CNC, I would have thought.
No, he hand makes them. Everything's handmade.
Handmade.
All he has is a bench drill, a lathe, a 3D printer, and a Dremel. It did all that.
Well, that's stunning. That really is stunning.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Even the button, he turns the buttons himself and everything. Yeah. Can't see very well in this light. The light's crap in here.
That is stunning. Clever man. Very clever.
I'll send you. I've got some pics on my phone. I'll send pics if people want to see what it really looks like. I've got pictures here. You can blow them up if you can do that. Yeah, just 2 seconds. I'll send them on your Skype now. Boom. 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 Really shows it off the best. There you go. Incoming. You get a bloop.
Oh, it's come to me. I thought you were going to hold your phone up. Was what I was waiting for.
Oh no, because it'll just be as bad as holding this up.
Actually, I think. Where are you? Here.
But he puts a hell of effort into the packaging as well. I mean, he even has he does these little boxes for him as well.
Crikey,
so you get it in a nice box.
If I've got this right, this could go horribly wrong, folks.
And then he 3D prints all the inside of the box.
I think I can show my phone on here. Yeah, I can. Look.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Get rid of it. Never tried that before.
That worked.
You got something new. Well done.
Top tech, me. Top tech.
Top tech.
Not.
On me.
Matt Benson, oi Mark, show us your bishop. I know what he means. All in good time, Matt. So is that your full repertoire then?
That's Jack? Me done, yeah. That's me done.
And Roy.
I feel really mainstream now with my stuff after
all that. Both will.
Speciality and historic
Let's
stuff.
face it, they all do the same job, just in a different way.
Borderline common, aren't we, Roy?
Yeah. Well, I've got the Verts.
Is your pipe still in its box, is it, Mark?
It's down here,
yeah. The Vert was this, I think it's called a Nest or something like that. I don't know who makes it, but it's the Nest mesh dripper on top there. So I don't know who makes it, but it's...
I don't.
But apparently it's the same person that makes this stuff here.
The True Juice.
Yeah. And then I have got my Argus. Why am I getting feedback?
You are, aren't you?
The Argus with the Vape pod on top. In that, I have got some.
That's putting you off. Hear the feedback. Is it? Yeah. I think it's just you and it, Roy. You got feedback, Jay? Just say something.
No, I'm getting your feedback as well.
It's just coming.
I'm getting your feedback, Mark, as well.
Don't know.
Because ever since you put the other camera up and then disappeared it.
Put the phone on, was it? That's gone now. We're taking it off.
But
tick cancellation off. See if that helps. You never know. Far away, Roy. Let's hopefully it'll cure itself.
And then that seems to be away now.
Yeah, it's gone. Weird. I won't do that again. Sorry, folks.
My bit of history, a little boost for my pod salts. And in there, I've got some super good. Number 3. Oh, there we go.
Butter. Yeah.
Butter salt. Butter's number 3. That's me.
Excellent. And your other half's in chat, evening, Michelle.
She is. I did say hello to her.
Michelle. You did.
Devil, wear headphones. I don't own a set of headphones, Devil, so that'd be quite hard to.
Right. Well, just for Matt Benson, he was asking me about the Bishop. I've had this for, I don't know, 5 weeks, something like that. This was I did show it off a few weeks ago and said,
it's funky looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I said I won't tell everyone what it is because at that time it wasn't really announced or anything. This is a prototype, so not got any printing underneath or anything. So I've been vaping it a fair while, but I think it's a pretty little mouth to lung RTA. I think that's pretty.
I quite like that.
Yeah, it is nice, nicely finished by Ambition Mods. Vaping wise, have a little vape. It vapes well, to be honest, but because I had so much on the Nest and everything else, I must admit I didn't try it as much as I would have liked to. So,
like you normally do with stuff when you're testing stuff
yeah,
out.
I'd normally really, be trying stuff and telling everyone about it. I thought I'd better keep it quiet because it wasn't my place to mention it. I was just trying it and held it up quick and put it down. But probably more about that later. It's not. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's available to order from Ambition, but I don't think anyone's got them yet. But I probably will have them. I like to try and support Ambition mods. They look after me quite well.
They do make some nice gear, to be fair.
They do.
I like Ambition mods.
Yeah, I'm not normally let down by anything they do. So that's that one. I've got the, what's this thing called? Artemis. With its funny drip tip. I've just done a review on this one. When did I do it? Well, I did it last week, but I actually uploaded it Sunday. I said it on the review, I'm going to watch it by all means, but it's good. It's a good little mouth to lung. Very good. And in there, I've got my blackcurrant raspberry and lime mouth to lung concentrate that I've mixed up.
Yeah.
Usual little dot mod. Everyone's seen me using that. That sort of wanders around with me most places. And for the new thing that I got in the post, I got 2 of these, and I've sent one to Kieran. I don't know if that's focusing. Penadat version 2 lung. Open the box. You'll see something quite key out of there is missing.
It's like the Linky tank. The box is full of juice.
It's just like an extension kit that comes with it, so you can have it in either mode. Here it is.
Oh, it reminds me a little bit of the Saver.
A little bit. I mean, they did their version 1, which is quite similar to this. I know Keith has interest. Keith Parker in chat was interested in this. A Penadat V2. There's quite a lot of tanks in this, if you know what I mean. You can say, oh, that bit reminds me of this and that bit reminds me of that, but it's also reason. I've got the Penadat version 1.
Is it mouth to lung or?
Oh, yeah, it's mouth to lung. Yeah. So it's a bit like the Spicker Pro. Spicker.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. Flavour's good. I'll be doing a full review on this coming up soon, actually. But yeah, that's the Penadat, and that's new. So thank you for those guys at Penadat for sending those over to me. They've asked me to pass one on, so I have. I've passed it to Kieran because he likes his mouth to lung. And
I'm looking forward to the new unicorn mouth to lung tank.
I've ordered them. They're coming. Spoiler alert.
Unicorn?
Yeah.
Unicorn.
Nice.
Yes. They make these. So they started off with tubes. Then they made the Axel RDA, the Unicorn V1 RDA, the Odium V2. They have done the Alien Tank, which is, where are it?
Is that the Dreamer, is it? No, it's not the
No,
Dreamer.
no, nothing to do with they're all made in British Columbia. Where have I set my alien?
There you go, Jay. There's the box. Came in.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know you mean, yeah.
And the mods used to come in little pouches like that. Or the next came in pouches like that. With the colour, if that was stainless, and then you had the gold one and black ones.
Tell your bird to shut up, Joe.
And RDAs came like that. Little bags.
So, but they're not actually, they've just released the mouth to lung, and they've got an RDA as well, mouth to lung RDA coming with it. But yeah, they're on order. More about those very shortly, folks. They will be coming in. And something I haven't tried yet, but has now arrived. I just wanted to try one before I bought one. It's gas mods. The Palace.
Oh, that said Paula's.
No, Palace. So for anyone who hasn't seen one, let's take it out of the box. Usually I quite like gas mod stuff. It's sort of
Out there.
yeah.
It's sort of like out there, but not. It's sort of out there, slightly high-endy.
It's like Chinesey high-endy, isn't it? That sort of thing.
Yeah. Like Lost Vape was.
And there it is. Hopefully it'll focus. There you go. There it is. Little mouth to lung tank. My first thoughts are they've sort of tried, put it up here. Here the ball bearing on
it's got a ratchet in it. Oof.
Yeah, on the airflow, which I quite like that idea. But whether it's, I don't know, I guess it's all right. But I'll try that first. So I wanted to have a coil in there and try that for tonight. But we'll do it next week, folks. I'll give it a go. I'll perhaps tell people my thoughts on that. And that's me. That's all my stuff done. So let's go at Roy first. Roy, I noticed you did a couple of reviews on my e-liquid, and I did watch the review. I actually thought your review was spot on. I will say you weren't overly keen on the custard, and I think I've almost renamed it. I'll be honest. I've said this for weeks. It's the strawberry custard. It should be more like strawberries and cream, because
it is totally cream. It reminds me of just getting a bowl of strawberries and the porry cream, like a double cream or single cream.
It's probably got Bavarian cream in it. That's why it's probably more Bavarian cream than custard.
So, but I'm gonna go over and have a look at Roy's review if you fancy seeing it. Roy's a real custard man. You describe the kind of custard you like, Roy. Then they'll know what it isn't.
The easy way to describe it, as most people probably tasted it, is ambrosia cream custard. It's that type of rich vanilla custard. The actual best custard, never mind the ambrosia because it's sort of more synthetic. But if you ever go to Sainsbury's and you pick up Madagascan vanilla custard, that is the absolute pinnacle of custards. Yeah. Jay, you don't like custard, so there's no point shaking your head.
No, I like custard in food.
Yeah,
the best custard ever is Bird's powdered custard made with milk with a dollop of clotted cream in it when you're making it. It's the best thing ever.
You still get the powdery taste from it, and there is a vape juice out there. You do. It has to be Madagascan vanilla custard, proper custard. Not powdered custard.
Which is a creme anglaise with vanilla pods shoved in it.
I'll show it. I'll put a banner over him. There you go.
But Jackson says the nest on the Bonza. I think that the nest on the Vert looks amazing, and it just vapes really well.
Evening, Carl. I can't remember what colour now I sent Mark, but I know for a fact he's only using his mobile phone as a camera. So to do a review like that from just a mobile phone, take my hat off to you. It's not, reviewing's not easy, even with a full setup. Like I haven't got a full setup, but I've got half tidy stuff here, and that's hard enough. But to do it with a mobile phone, I started off with a GoPro camera, and I know how hard it was. So I think you did really, really well.
And I just found the bottle. There's the one I was telling you about earlier, Mark. Lemon curd custard.
Captain's custard. I remember now what I had as Captain's custard. It wasn't that. It was called Captain's custard, but it had a Union Jack on the label.
Yeah,
I've got always red and blue lines going like that from what I remember. So it wasn't the same one.
It is quite funny because they also have, from the same company, Titanic, they do a drip sauce, and that's their rhubarb and custard. And they don't use the same custard in that as from the Captain's custard. They use a cheaper custard than that, and you can tell straight away. Because I put some of the vanilla custard with the rhubarb, with that one.
Right.
It is lovely because you're getting the rich vanilla coming through as well as the rhubarb coming through, because your rhubarb, you've got the rhubarb absolutely spot on in that. I've never tasted a nicer rhubarb in a vape.
I tend to agree, and I'll take your criticism and accept it and agree with it, because both are. I think the strawberries are lovely in the strawberry, but the custard isn't really a custard; it's more of a cream. And the same goes for the rhubarb. The rhubarb is what I like. It's a tart, sharp rhubarb, like you're actually having rhubarb, not a.
It should be like that rather than like the sweet, isn't it? Because usually the flavors you get that's rhubarb and custard is like the rhubarb and custard sweets, which is far too artificial.
Which is, it's nice, but like you say, it's artificial. But I did not get innocent artificial from your juices, and that's why the scores, even though I wasn't keen on the custard, is still why they were quite high scores.
Yeah.
In comparison to quite a few other juices.
So I can feel a V2 coming on, a version 2, and you can be my custard taster.
No problem at all.
Because I think if we get a really good custard with those two base flavours, I think it would be a cracking juice. So I agree with you.
It will be unbelievable, as I say, with me putting that bit of the base vanilla custard on it.
Yeah.
It's just pulling that. The tartness is there, but to go with the sweetness of the vanilla custard.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick.
Iggy Nick was asking, Dark Star, anyone use their juices? I haven't. So
excuse me, Roy. This is Norfolk. You're not jumping ahead of chat, are you? Because that just won't do. Tell him.
I'm trying to keep up with chat. Never mind jumping ahead in chat.
We'll get there. So Rick, thank you, Rick. Who's saying that you think it's best show. I don't know about the best show, but we try and keep it laughy and jovial, and we try and keep it all nice. But there's always spoilers out there. Curly Chew, evening, Curly Chew. If I didn't say early evening already. What's that Shane's got? Just seen the support. Oh, right. Okay, I've got you. Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, we're at 17 thumbs down now. I'll probably say 16 of those are because of me.
I don't think, and if they are, God knows why, Roy. So I think you're a super fella. But there you go.
You know how it is. Whenever one side of the family falls out with the other side of the family, then they just all go.
Oh right, okay, yeah, because you're not allowed to be friends with anyone else, are you?
Oh no, you can't be. There's another was using.
All right, yeah, no,
that's the old logo. That way, right? That's the old logo.
Right, no, definitely wasn't that. Yeah, Rufus just says that Richard Vick's review for the Nest was out today. Yeah, it was, and I've watched it. I'll put a comment underneath. If Richard watches this, or is even watching now, fantastic review. Put tremendous effort into it, and as professional as ever, which he is. And I just thought, he explained the Nest in how he saw it, good points and bad.
Yeah.
And I think
I also liked the fact that he didn't do his normal fast forward, the montage of quickly building something. He actually took it through and actually built it.
I don't think you can with the Nest, because we've all seen like a normal coil put in before, and you can get. I mean, I don't. I always go through mine, but you can to a point, because it's a repetitive process. People have seen it so many times. You can, with some of them, skip, can't you? But I don't think with the Nest, because it's new, you can't really. But I just thought, what a cracking review, and also Pud Puffs did his review today as well. And again, thank you, Pud, if you're watching. Great review, and editing on that was on another level, certainly compared to me. It was very good. So I think it's a bit. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Anything new, you'll have. Some people will love everything about it. Other people will hate everything about it. Some people will love half of it and not the other. It's that kind of.
Some people won't get it.
Some people won't get it. Some people get it.
Some people will.
And it's like everything else. I think Richard mentioned this, that, you know, your first time putting a building, you probably get wrong. The second time it'll get easier. The third time it'll get easier still. Until
Same as anything else.
Yeah, and I can now put a coil in one of those in the nest, and it's just like I can virtually do it while I can do it while I'm talking to someone, and it does get like that in the end. But it's new, and I think that's all it is, just new.
Can you just think about the first few people to put a coil onto a velocity deck or something
Yeah.
like that? Or even, you know, the first postless deck, people looking at it going,
Yeah.
This is a bit of a faff. I'm not going to be doing that.
Postless deck, and then and the velocity really, and enter the coily, because we realised we needed the leg lengths cut right, didn't we? So the coily came into being.
And it's still the coilies. I still use my coily to this day.
Yeah. Well, I've usually got one hanging around. I don't actually know where they are. I've usually got a few hanging around. Where are they?
I've got
There's one up there. You got a few. Obviously, I had to have mine in green. Oh, you can't see it. I've got a brick wall on my chin because of the green screen. It's green. Trust me, it's green.
Yeah. I do love this one. The serial number.
Oh, James.
007.
Yeah.
And then the glow in the dark one. Well, the red, white, and blue.
I think the glow in the dark ones messed up his head on his 3D printer. I think because there's.
They did.
Yeah, it's brutal, that glow in the dark stuff. Yeah. Anything that's got fibers in it is brutal, like the wood one, the wood PLA and stuff like that is brutal on your tips. Whoever misses.
Curly Chew, still rocking my trusty nest on the Dreamer. I had a look earlier. There's 30-something, I think, reviews on the site for the Nest. They're all 5-star, apart from 1 4-star. So these are people who've bought one. When you see the reviews underneath, it says verified. That can only be someone. I have nothing to do with this software. It's literally only someone who's bought one from my site. Otherwise, it will not have verified on it. So chuffed to bits for that. It seems like the people who have bought them have embraced it and love it and getting on well with it. So I was chuffed with that. Naturevape, are there going to be any spare tanks for the Artemis? Spare glass? Yeah, probably. I usually try and buy spare glass.
You usually get the spares, don't you?
I'm saying no, Adrian, but I will have them moving forward. I can't believe I said that expression. Can't stand that expression. Who else have we got?
Sorry, I'm jumping chat just because Rob Stanley's asked a question, and it says slightly off topic, but what's the best software for YouTube when using a phone cam? Getting a 20-second voice lag when using OBS, and it's a ball ache to set up.
I can help you if you're on Mac, but if you're not, it's OBS really.
Yeah.
So if you're
if you use XSplit.
Yeah, there's XSplit as well. Yeah.
Is XSplit available for Apple if you got Apple now? Because it wasn't at one point.
I think
no. If you're on Apple, then no.
It's OBS then.
Oh, it's OBS you can use on Apple, isn't it?
OBS works on Apple.
Yeah. But
Apple, then if you're on Android, use XSplit.
I use Ecamm Live, but that is purely for Mac. So if you haven't got a Mac, you can't use Ecamm Live. And if you haven't got a Mac, you should get a Mac because they're good.
Shebogan smooth transactions. Someone in France copied piston stand. I am very happy. Take it Shebogan must be in France then.
Could take a tooth out with that drip tip. I assume you're talking about the Artemis.
I know, I don't get that. It looks really horrible, but I was the same with the Pioneer. I thought, oh, that drip tip looks horrible, but now I've got one. It's lovely.
I was the same. I saw that and I pulled it out straight away and I thought, I ain't going to use that. And I used the other one to start with that came with it, and I didn't like that. That's more of a fluted in the tin there somewhere. So I put this back in and I thought, I'll get one of my drip tips on it later. But I've actually really enjoyed using it. So it's funny, isn't it? That what we think we're going to like, we don't, you know, we don't know. Well, what we think we're not going to like, we end up sometimes liking. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it's always the way of it. Something, it's just a bit like people. When you first meet somebody, you think you won't get on with them, but they end up, 6 months down the line, you're best friends with them. And other people you might meet straight away, get on with them straight away, and within 6 months you're at each other's throats. But it's just like devices as well.
Mm.
But it's also like, to me, it's a bit like juices. If the first time you pick up a juice, you might go, no, I don't like this. But then if you spend a bit of time with it, you actually come to like it even more.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why, especially because I do predominantly juice reviews, I'll always make sure I try and vape the juice for as much as possible so that I can know what it's like first thing in the morning or after a meal or after a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Or for,
some juices vary depending on what tank you're putting them in or whatever as well, don't they?
but it's like shy talk juices, they are so complicated that you have to sit and play around with the airflow on them and everything else and different wattages to try and get the different flavors and find the absolute sweet point for it.
Yeah. Jackson's Vape reviews got to go back to work. I know he works shift, so he'll be sneaking on and off, I reckon. So he's saying he's got to get back to work. Thanks for the subs. Well, if you got some, Mark, fantastic. It's always nice. Someone new, and he's clearly knowledgeable. You can tell right away. It's just nice to give him a bit of encouragement, isn't it? So let's just give him a little bit of a help up the ladder. I'm sure he won't need a lot of help once he gets on that. Very shiny, he says. Better Top Cat, Keith. Better Top Cat than the Spica Pro. I like the Spica Pro though, Keith. That was a tank I used.
It's a nice looking tank.
Yeah, used it for a fair while. I don't understand what Shabokan's saying. 97 peeps watching. Very good now. Ghosties talk you sobs. What's sobs? Sobs? Is it? I don't know. Matt Benson, fairly. Thanks, Mark. You're welcome, Matt. That's for showing the bishop. And I think I saw Kieran. Did I skip past that? Big thanks, Mark. Yeah, you're welcome, Kieran. Look forward to seeing your review. I think there'll be a little while for Kieran to review it because he's got quite a queue, I think, at the moment. So, talking to Kieran and reviewing, did anyone watch Kieran's review of the? I'm going back to the Nest. I'm sorry about that. It's not supposed to be a long.
That's quite all right. You can self-promote all you want.
He did a different build, a different way of wicking the cotton, which was good, very good. So if you haven't seen it, have you seen it, Roy?
No, not yet.
Right, it's basically no. Go and watch it. Go and watch Kieran review. It's a good way and quite a simplified way of putting that cotton wick in there. So everyone, have a look at Kieran's Nest review if you're interested.
Do you know what I've tried though with the Nest? Instead of the way you've got the packing cotton out around the outside.
Yeah.
What I've done is put the cotton sticking out the bottom of the wee nest itself, and just sort of made it round it so it's covering it all the way around, and then just putting juice into it up the walls, and it actually works.
Yeah, basically you're just using the cotton at the top as a top of a tank.
Yeah, and it works. I didn't get any leakage from it, and means you get more juice in it, and it also means that it's just constantly feeding the because you're pulling it up.
Yeah,
it's feeding up the wick.
I think I know what you mean. Pud Puffs. Oh, was it? No, it was it was Richard. He said that it's a bit of a waste of juice, which I accept his point on that. But basically, what he was saying,
I vaped mine dry.
Was by putting
Paul McCarthy said it.
Cotton around the outside. He said it was a bit of a waste of juice when you have to then rebuild it. I get that, and I agree with him to an extent. But the reason I did it, 2 reasons. It's leak. If there wasn't that there, there'd be nothing to stop. Turn it up.
Yeah,
I also get very little condensation in it as well.
Very little spitback and condensation. But
Yeah,
other reason,
very low on that.
I don't know about you guys. When I watch TV, I'm in my recliner chair. I'm back here, and I vape like this. So can you imagine without that? You'll be juice down your front. So.
Well, I'm not as posh as you down in Norfolk. I don't have a recliner chair.
Oh yeah.
I'm always sitting bolt upright on a wooden pallet to watch TV.
Right. On a wooden pallet.
Are you joking?
I know you are.
Northern Ireland's just synonymous for pallets. We're the king of what to do with pallets. Just apart from burning them during the summer for the bonfires, we make lots of furniture out of them too. The amount of with lockdown this year and no bonfires around the marching season.
Yeah.
People have been doing things with building bars from pallets.
Right.
Which has been quite funny and seeing the amount of
there's so many YouTube about what you can build from pallets, isn't there? Building
sofas and all sorts.
Loads like that. I've watched a few. Kira's in chat apparently. Good evening, Kira. Yeah, there she is. Yeah. I only saw you, Kira, because someone else said hello to you. I just read that bit because obviously I'm awful with chat, you know.
Never.
Rasper looks quite airy. That palace? What's palace? What's the palace?
That is that tank you showed, the palette or a palais, whatever it was. Hold up a box.
You held up.
That one? That's the Artemis. Is
that the box you held up?
Sorry?
No, you held up a box earlier.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. I've got a dunce cap down here somewhere. Let me put it. I haven't tried it yet, Rasper, but I will do. And you could be right, but not.
So, is there anything new on the site then? Have you had anything new stocks?
Pretty much. The only new thing at the minute is the Artemis.
Artemis. Yeah.
Kieran's just said he's got the Palace. Noisy little beast at tire. Right. Okay. See, noisy mouth to lung. I won't like that then. Doesn't work for me. Sounds like a combination lock, says Rufy. Yeah, it does a bit. Oh, Stuart looks crap. I don't know. Gas mods is usually my first impression with it was I thought it doesn't look as well made as their other stuff. Their other stuff look really well made.
Like the Cree. I've got the Cree. That's a nice bit.
Yeah, this just doesn't appear that way. I won't comment too much till I've had a proper look at it and tried it.
Might have to add one to my basket. A nice stainless steel one. Because you know me, I like my MTL stuff.
You like?
I like stuff that's different.
Curly Chew loves his custards. It's nearly all he vapes. Kieran says, shouldn't say it before the review, but there are better ones out there. Okay. So I don't think there's a lot of love with Kieran and the Palace. So we shall see. Who else have we got here? What's that? That's your other half. That's why I stick with the Inst instead of branching out. It's more phone compatible. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean, Roy?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. I suppose it would be, yeah. Another dunce cat.
Yeah, Michelle has upped her Instagram stuff a little bit from just taking pictures. She now does she's been doing juice reviews. She's been trying to do 2 a week on a Wednesday and a Friday, and she's now got she got a couple of Anakin pods through today. The Scepter and the new Anakin M18, which is the replacement for the T18.
Right.
It looks really, really nice, the M18. A nice little vape as well. Took me back to my days, because that's what a T18 what I got off the ciggies with.
I must admit,
T18s.
I have got an Instagram account, but I don't use it much. Till the trouble is, there is so much now that you have to like round robin between all the you know, you've got YouTube, Facebook, and all the rest of it, and you just spend your life on the phone. Otherwise, you don't get anything done. That's the problem. But I do accept it is, you know, they are all important. I accept that. I'm not that archaic. Frank says, Mark, spare cages? Question mark. Good question, Frank. Yes. Look at that, look. Underlining Jay's head.
Underlining my head.
I thought you'd nodded off, Jay.
No, I'm not nodded off. Not nodded off.
Have you seen that, Mark?
No, I haven't. No.
That's the deck for the unicorn.
Right, okay. Yeah. We shall. They shouldn't be long, actually, so quite interested for when they come. Frank, sorry, I was answering your question. Yeah, seen that one. Yeah.
Can't wait. Honestly, can't wait.
You're excited, aren't you?
But I don't like. I'm not a mouth to longer. I don't normally mouth to long unless it's salt. I don't actually have a mouth to long RDA or RTA.
Yeah.
Something I don't own. So I'm actually quite looking forward to it because I know the build quality is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it's made by the same people. So, and I know Trevor's put a lot of work into it. So,
yeah, watch this space. They'll be here soon. Frank, I must answer your question. Spare cages. They're on the way. They got sent yesterday. So they're on their way.
Here in 6 weeks.
No, do you know what? Stuff coming through really quick at the minute. Probably be here Tuesday. I reckon they'll be here Friday. I reckon, depending on customs. But there's also a sample of a mod to go with it.
Ooh, your mod.
Yeah.
Look forward to that.
We shall see. We shall see.
And Shane Gibson says, Jay, set up the bald spots blinding him.
Digby's mum's custard is lovely but expensive. Digby's juice is good juice, good stuff. Sam, isn't it? His name does a good job. Can't knock the Digby's. I normally use ELFC for bottle shots as they have multiple brands. Dark Star, you read that, didn't you? Dark Star. Gonna bounce. I'm going live on Twitch, mate. Catch you later. Grizzly Vapes. Thank you, Grizzly, for tuning in. Twitch is another thing I haven't really even looked at. Just stayed on.
No, I don't. Twitch, I don't. It's all right if you want to sit and play games and things like that, and play games with your viewers, but it's not something I really bother with that much. By the time I do my YouTube stuff and my normal work stuff, I'm fed up looking at computers.
Yeah. And people may have noticed there's no Daniel in chat tonight. I don't think he's feeling too well. I think I'll better. Been thinking this for a little time. I better make Kieran a spanner. I think he's a responsible sort of chap, isn't he? I've only got 2 spanners. I don't normally need any more than that. But did Matt say something then? What did Matt say? I haven't got that in here.
But it does make a nice refreshing change to go into in a chat show that there is viewers chatting and not just spanner.
Yeah,
many shows out there have got maybe 30 or 40 spanners.
Yeah, I didn't ever want too many spanners because you don't need them anyway, to be honest, a lot of the time. You know, we don't have that kind of show. It's just a friendly little chat along that we have and, you know, talking about whatever's current and coming up, really.
You have me on here, so it's going to be controversial.
Really? You know, I look at you as just being quite an honest person. You've got opinions and you share those opinions, please or offend. And I know where I am with people like that. It's fine.
He says it how it is.
That is the worst Irish accent I've ever heard. You never mind Northern Ireland accent. Like, hey, if you're taking the mickey out of somebody from Northern Ireland, all you have to do is put "so it is" at the end.
So it is.
So it is.
I think the Irish expression that always got me was the "Will you be taking a cup of tea?" And you think, "Will I be taking a cup of tea?" Where does that come from?
The South Walian ones.
That's traditionally from Cork.
Is it?
From County Cork. Will you be taking a cup of tea with that now, will you?
Yeah. Why would you want to take it anywhere?
The South Wales version is "I'll do it now in a minute."
It's talking about South Wales, because my son has lived there since he was 4 or 5, and he's coming out with all these Welshisms, and it's just.
No, you'll know this one then. Whose coat is that jacket? Whose trainers are them shoes?
Yeah.
Whose trainers are them shoes?
If you ask him where something is, you just go, "It's by there."
So I've just got to Rob Stanley's comment about OBS, because obviously I'm behind, which is why you shouldn't get ahead of me, because I'll get there in the end. So is he saying he wants to go live with the show then?
Yeah, it's for streaming. It's not for editing. It's for streaming with his phone, and he must have an Android, because he said thank you when I said using XSplit.
Right.
So he must be able to hook his phone up to the computer that way and go through. I know OBS does have it's a 26-second delay between what you're doing and what's out on the thing. But if you go onto the computer onto YouTube and start the stream through YouTube, waiting for the software to connect, you can cut that down to about 4-second delay. So
I think that's what I've got. That's why I'm always so far behind in chat. I think I've got a 30.
No, it's just because you're in Norfolk, and it takes it that long to get there, the chat to get there. The picture gets there first, but the chat gets a week later.
I don't know what Kieran says. He doesn't use OBS. I don't know what Kieran uses, but he doesn't stream, does he, Kieran? So that he'll just probably do it on his.
Well, I used to use for editing purposes. I used to use DaVinci Resolve up until I bought the Mac, and now I use Final Cut Pro.
Oh, you got a Mac as well, have you?
Yeah, I've got my. I use the main computer for streaming on, because I just bought that.
Very nice.
Oh, very nice.
It's only a 2013, but it's got a separate graphics card on it. So
oh mate, you get iMovie working on that, you will never want to use it. It's so easy to edit on.
It is. I use iMovie.
Final Cut Pro. I've got the Final.
If you're a bit dumb like me, then iMovie is a great way to get into Final Cut Pro, because it's sort of like the dumbed down version.
Yeah, no, I like
iMovie is everything Windows Movie Maker should have been.
Yeah,
because it's just drag and drop.
But that's the only reason I got it, was for editing my pictures and for.
Told me this. Sorry, you told me this, didn't you? Yeah.
And videos. That's the only reason I've got it. I love my Windows. I have a gaming PC, and I'm just at the minute currently looking at monitors, trying to decide whether I want a 49-inch curved monitor or I just want to keep it down at a 34.
Those curved monitors are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
Curly Chew says, loving Kieran's wicking technique. Yeah, it was. It did make it look very easy. Yeah. Kind of, it's. Well, watch it. Maybe I'll copy it one day and show everyone as well, because I did kind of try one, and yeah, it's definitely easier, 100% easier. But anyway, I won't wreck Kieran's review. Go and watch it, everyone. It's worth a watch. Iggy, what the fart? 17 thumbs down. I know, Iggy. I know what's going on. Rufus, off topic. We just looked out the window and we can see. What's that? My glasses are terrible. I think I need
Bodie McBoatface. That was the name that Jeremy Clarkson originally gave it, and they called it the RSS Sir David Attenborough, the boat.
Right.
Research boat.
I know the one.
But I think Bodie McBoatface is better.
Liam. Jay, oh yeah, see, I've got to that bit now. Jay set up the bald patch is blinding me.
Yeah, but that was 20 minutes we've been blinded for.
Shall we underline him? There
That's what you see now, just the white on white. It's like the
Poor old
gremlins.
Jay.
Right?
We mustn't pick on Jay. It's lovely to have you back, Jay.
Yeah.
That's what he's here for. To be picked on.
Hey, what's he here for? Yeah.
I thought Jay came on the show for to get picked on. That's what you told me. You said, "Come on the show, and we can pick on you instead as well."
I know.
My Iggy says my missus says I'm a spanner. So does mine sometimes, Iggy.
Michelle's in the room, and she'll tell you she calls me a spanner all the time. So.
Rob says, thanks for the advice for potential future downloads. Yeah, I mean, I even edit mine on this Ecamm Live, or I do the whole review on this Ecamm Live, because unlike doing it on a camera where you only have a little screen to see, I see the whole thing on the screen, like the final finished result. So it's dead easy that way. Thank you, Ted.
It's got dual 27. You've got a bezel down the middle, so that's the only reason why I have one. I was thinking about dual 27 curved monitors, but you get a bezel in the middle then, whereas with the 49, you don't have a bezel.
Rufus,
Sorry.
love a dumbed down version. What's a dumbed down version? What am I missing here?
Oh, they're saying that iMovie is a dumbed down version of.
Right, okay. Yeah, I like iMovie, but I mean, I don't edit, do I? I cut, I put a wipe down or a wipe up, and then I move on. All I do. Nothing technical in mine. Michelle's on the technophile.
I don't do much editing on my reviews. It's just the only time I sort of have to cut it is whenever I'm pausing to put the new wicks in, or moving from FaceTime down to table cam. But I don't do any jump cuts anymore.
From the top to the bottom. That's the only time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I started off with one camera and you have to move everything, but I've now got enough to have two.
I can't afford two cameras, you see, so.
Yeah, gotta have two. Shane,
Yeah,
will the pre-mixed True Juice work with a mouth to lung? If you mean the short fill, not really, if I'm honest. Depends. If you want, I guess it would if you wanted up to 6 milligram strength, maybe. But if you want a 9, then you're better off buying the concentrate and mixing it up. If you look on the site, there's even a mixing calendar there. Could have shown it that way, couldn't I? There you go. Well, folks, there you go. The concentrate, mixing it up with your PG, your VG, and your Nick shots. That's the best way. Or your 72 if you've got it. Oh, I see. It's not smoke. That was reference to that screen, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, notice you've been doing 1 or 2 reviews, Roy. What's coming up? What are you doing coming in the near future?
I've I'm going through batches at the minute of recording reviews and sort of maybe taking a day and getting reviews recorded and then edited. So they've actually up on YouTube, but they're not actually released yet.
Right.
I've got a NZO pod system. That one.
Ooh, funky.
Yep.
I've got Dozy Vapes just review coming up, and it's another one vape from for one of your competitors, Click Vape.
That's all right. We've all got competition's healthy, isn't it? That's what should happen in life. You should have competition.
Yeah,
keeps us all on our toes. It's a healthy thing.
Down.
So,
yeah, so it's nearly anything else coming up now is more or less juices. But apart from the Anakin stuff that Michelle got, because Michelle got it through her Instagram, she got them sent.
Yeah.
I'm going to review those as well. So, but when it comes to hardware stuff, I have to sort of beg, borrow, steal.
Beg, borrow. I think a lot of people do that in the early days anyway, with reviews, because it is expensive, isn't it? You have to buy your own stuff in the early days, don't you? you know, I still buy quite a bit. I mean, I'm fortunate. Things like this Penadat, they sent me one, and you know, that's lovely. I really appreciate that. And I would guess that Kieran and I are the first two in the UK to get one. I wouldn't think anyone else has got one. So you know, it's lovely to try these things.
But I've been lucky enough over this 3 years that I've been doing video reviews that I've managed to get a couple of things that are like the IPV Revo. I was actually the only reviewer to get one of those sent free.
Right.
The IPV Squonk mod as well. I got it from, or the little one.
Yeah.
I got it from them. I've had a couple of little bits and pieces of hardware, but as I say, most of my stuff is just either the hardware I've either bought it myself or apart from the three things that was sent, and then everything else is just mainly juice.
Yeah.
So
I think juice as well. Anyone think of starting a YouTube channel? I think a juice is a good way of gaining confidence behind the camera. I know when I first did my very first review, I was almost embarrassed to say, "Let's go up top." Do you know what I mean? I remember it. I remember it well. It's daunting. People don't realise how daunting it is when you.
Let's go down.
It's good. Matron. Kieran, I have to cut my reviews. I start off talking nice and slow, then start talking in my northern fast way, and I need to say it again. Yeah, we all start off quite composed, don't we? And then, you know, it's quite interesting. If the coil's not going in right, you get the big old. You can hear sometimes, can't you? Quite funny.
Sorry, Scott. Whose channel are you looking to get a link to? Scott Morrison just said, "Can I get a link to your channel?" I don't know what channel he's looking for.
Right, we'll come back to that then, shall we? Shane, I've just ordered some. Can you add me a second Nick shot, please? Yes, Shane, I'll sort that out for you. Don't worry about that. And Michelle says that Kieran's reviews are grand. I think Kieran does a tremendous job with his. They're so thorough. His reviews, you know, they're accurate. There's no, you know, he hasn't just come down his rocket ship. Hi, and I'm back again. There's none of that. But what he does do is accurate and true. I think. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
I think so.
I have watched quite a few of Kieran's. I've watched Kieran sort of come up. He was pumping out reviews left, right, and centre as well. So
yeah,
and
he's on his
he was
work.
a big advocate. He was a big advocate of VapeTube as well, because he just pumped them out there, left, right, and centre. I can't actually put the link in chat because you can't unless you're.
What does he want? What does he want?
I think it's mine. He wants
your link. I can't even see that comment. Where is it? Eden Fiona.
Scott Morrison.
Scott Morrison. Ah, yours. I saw yours. So Roy's vape reviews.
No, don't put the vape in. There's no Roy's vape reviews. Just Roy's reviews.
Why do I say? I just said that before, didn't I? Roy's reviews.
You always put Roy's. You put last week. You put me up as Roy's vape reviews.
Did I?
I keep it as Roy's review. I keep it as Roy's reviews because that way I can move on to anything and review anything.
Ah, I suppose you can. Clever. Yeah, clever. Roy's reviews. What? I suppose drones. That would be your.
Yeah, that's the main reason I suppose for the editing software is because the drone software. I absolutely love it. I had a bad time where I had two crash, but both of them were software faults.
Yeah.
Which was confirmed by DJI, and you know, whenever you see £1,000, well, when you see £1,000 piece of equipment sort of being 50 meters up in the sky and then all of a sudden just stop and fall to the ground, it's like it's heart wrenching.
I wonder if I can put your review link in. No, I'm not going to try. I'll just see that going horribly wrong. We'll put it.
You can because you're a host.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm like going from one. Go on, let's try it then. Let's try it. Here we go. Anything could happen here, folks. Anything.
Right, I'm just watching the asteroids.
I've stuff everywhere.
Start World War III.
Oh, I got to get rid of stuff. Why has that all come to the front? I don't want that.
It's so funny.
No. Oh, God. Hang on.
It's like watching Meltdown Mike without the meltdown.
This could well be a meltdown moment. I'll bring that screen down. Right, now I'm going to search in here. Why you can't put in Roy's reviews, I don't know. Roy's.
Rufus, yeah, I know it's very strange for DJI stuff, but both of them software faults, and both of them then sent back repaired, no charge. The Mini, it was the Mavic Mini the first time, and it just sort of, I'd pressed return to home, and it just decided to fly off in the complete opposite direction and crash into the side of a hill. And then the second time with the Mavic Air 2, it was 50 meters up and it just stopped and dropped. I've got the video, the video footage of it dropping. Oh, and Scott's got the Mavic Pro. Ugh.
I think it's that. Does that look
there
like...
you go.
Yay! Well done, me. That didn't crash us out. Kieran, oh God, he's about to launch the UK nuclear arsenal.
Michelle goes, it was awful to.
Scott subbed Roy, and oh, so he's already done it.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott.
Oh well, oh well, oh well. So, Jay.
Hello.
You ain't done a review for how many weeks? Months?
Oh, a long time. Long time.
Are you not doing reviews anymore? Not.
To be honest, I've kind of lost the drive. Mojo for it, yeah.
Lately, like that mod you showed us tonight, you've had some gorgeous stuff. To you know, that would be, if you're going to review anything, surely it'd be like that mod. That's beautiful, and you know, something different.
It's gorgeous. No fucker watches me, so I gave up.
Well, welcome to our world.
I've been doing it 5 years.
5 years. Well, I'm sure they would if the content was some things like that, because it's not like you're just reviewing.
I've done mod builds and stuff on there. They were always quite popular and stuff, you know. Yeah. But it's time more than anything else as well, you know.
Yeah.
But the mod builds were actually good to watch. But it is what you put, depending on what you put out. Because like I put out that Vape Drag S a week ago, and for me, I got 175 views on it, which is good for me. So, and the True Juice has got 38 views. That's only been up a day. So,
well, there you go. So you will, if you put quality stuff like that. You'll
get... How many subs you on now, dude?
Me, 561. And the only reason I can tell you that is because I'm actually looking at my screen to see what my views were like. But yeah, 561. For numbers, it doesn't really bother me. I do it because I enjoy doing it. And
I mean, I do enjoy it to a such. It's the time you spend on it though. You just sit there.
It is. I know it. I'd pre-recorded
because people think you've done an 8-minute video. A lot of people think you just sit there for 8 minutes waffling on about it.
No,
but they don't take into account you've probably spent an hour and a half editing the damn thing.
The 2 or 3 weeks you've spent testing the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop the bus.
Quarter of an hour on the thumbnail.
Hi, Tetley.
Hey, Mr. Tetley, Mum.
See, I miss Jay's reviews. Jay lives. I miss Jay. He misses you. See, look.
He never said he misses me.
Rufus, I watched your 2 hour 30 build stand video, Jay. Liam watches you. Kieran says, I love Jay doing mod builds.
You're the only 10 people that do. The Darwin build. I enjoyed doing that.
And the Darwin build video.
That is probably one of my highest viewed videos. Very little comments though, which is weird because you know, for something that's, I think, was it on 25,000 views now? That video, something daft like that.
I have
I think
noticed
about
that in time gone by, you would get comments on videos that were 3, 4, 5, 6 months old.
Yeah.
Now you get an influx of comments as soon as you do them, and within a week those comments stop.
Yeah.
Like it's old news. And I think it has changed, hasn't it? The YouTube reviewing definitely changed, but
It's also because
my missus has gone on Google. Hang on, 10 months ago was my last review. And I got 787 subs. It was gone down a bit. It was at 800 the other week.
Well, it will go down if you don't put any content out, Jay. You're clogging up the queue. Yeah, I mean, I don't do as many reviews as I would perhaps like, but mine tend to be, you know, like this. I'm stocking it on the site, and I want to review it because I want to show people how to use it. And
I keep looking at that damn drip tip.
It's lovely, isn't it, Jay? You're jealous, aren't you, of that drip tip?
It's like something they stick, like a short version they stick in your foot to drain your blood out when you're dead, like.
It's quite handy, though. Your lips don't touch the top of the tank. I'll give it that. Right. Okay. Well, we've annihilated Jay enough about his YouTube reviews. Paul, picking on him again. Iggy says the Naturevape Live isn't the same without Jay. There you go. You see, you're missed. You're missed as well.
Yeah. There you go. Liam Dovey, for you, Mark. Have you got the unicorn mods in yet?
I haven't got them yet. The new mouth-to-lung tanks that Unicorn are doing, they're on their way. And I'll be having the unicorn mods. I'm going to say this time next week, they'll be on the site.
I haven't even seen the mods, so
ready to buy. They
Are you getting
the Met mods?
Yeah, another one, don't they? Like a box mod.
Well, they've got one. He's made 11. It's called the plaque mod. And he's only got one left, and that's it.
Yeah.
He's only got one left of those. He's got the countdown, which is a tube mod, but it comes with a stack piece on it. Because like that's what got me into unicorn mix to start with, the MDX.
Right, that's nice.
3D. It is. There's a big unicorn on it, and that's what the buttons used to be like. They used to be resin. There's a unicorn on there. You can't really see it on this camera. But now he's gone with the metal buttons.
Yeah.
The brass constant contact buttons.
Yeah.
I don't I haven't had. I usually get notifications when someone's commented on my videos or something, and it doesn't happen anymore. I don't know why. All my notifications are still there.
My chair is so squeaky tonight.
Should come up, Jay.
Mm.
Well, Jay had a squeaky chair for about 2 months, and he got that much flack over it. He had to take it apart and oil it and sort it.
People used to take the piss out of my bloody shells being wonky, and they weren't. It was the fact that I was using a C920, got a wide-angle lens, and people that know about that, like now, you can see the curvature on the wall. The wall's flat, look, but it's got a curve on it.
I'm on a C920 as well.
Yeah, yours has got a curve on it. You've got wonky shells.
My shells are wonky. My shells are like me, wonky.
That's because the island's floating odd. Like
they do look wonky, actually. Roy, now you say it.
They are slightly. They are a little slant.
Same as your brick walls, wonky, Mark.
Yeah,
you've got it's lens distortion.
That's well bad. My brick wall.
Rufus, Stan has spray painted. It's those ones that Stan spray painted, which is just the basic V1.
Stan's such a nice bloke, though, isn't he?
He is. Stan is absolutely fantastic.
Such a sound guy, like.
Oh, there's the unicorn. There's the unicorn tank. The alien.
Funky looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it really is.
But are you on a quest, Roy, to buy everything they do?
I just love their stuff.
Quick, Mark, get everything in stock.
It is so well made, and Trevor, the owner of the business, he's a bit like Mark. He's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. He doesn't do it for the money. He doesn't make the mods for the money and everything else, because he has lost so much money doing this stuff, and he's got a bit of a community around him, and he looks after that bit of the community. And the only SR Vapes is the only company that actually is allowed to import into the UK of unicorn stuff. And Mark, Naturevape will be he's probably the only second online retailer.
Yeah. Oh, and Steve,
you can buy the stuff through.
Get on well anyway. Steve's a tremendous fella. So yeah, all good. So all
good. Liam, the tank doesn't. I don't think it looks ugly. Yes, it looks strange, but it actually is. It's a lovely vape when you get the wicking right.
But who wants ordinary anyway? I love different stuff. That's why I always liked Futoon, because they were just so far out there. And
it's funny.
They were a bit.
Yeah.
That's why I started watching your show, Mark, was because you always had the weird and wonderful strange stuff. Just like Jay, whenever Jay was on, Jay would always have, no matter when he was on live or he was, no matter what he was
I like stuff that's different like that, for instance.
He always had, he always had the weird, strange, and wonderful stuff, and then all the stuff that he was getting in broken from other people. That then he saw him doing the live shows, repairing them.
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
It was so funny watching you going, and just do this. Bugger, it's not working.
Kieran says that all you need to do now is adjust your seat height. You do, whether your camera's high or you're low, I don't know, but you do.
Well, it's not because this crops the image. I'm actually at normal height.
My fault, I see.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Hang on, let me zoom.
On my actual picture, I can see of myself.
Ooh, I can't change it. Why can't I change it? Oh, hang on. Duh. Tick the box first, Mark. No. I can bring you in. Oh, look at that. That's not good for the eye, is it?
Liam, the base of it is 32 mil of the unicorn.
32.
This bit here is a lot wider. It's 32 mil deck on it.
Crikey.
And it's got the adjustable airflow ring there. And then the deck, I'll take this old cotton out.
The deck of shame.
I can make myself look young. Oh, there you go. I'll sit further up in the chair. Upright.
That's it. Just getting to the end of the show and Jay's woke up, sitting up straight. Well done, Jay.
No, I'm usually sat comfortable. But yeah, on the picture they can see it's from like here, but on the picture I can see of myself it's like lower down because it crops it.
I'm with you. I'll let you off. He's trying to get that wick out of there. Look, Roy's.
2 seconds. I'll be back in a sec. So I'm going to preheat the oven.
Righto.
So that's the deck.
It's quite a straightforward deck, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. It's like most things that Alien are. The deck is rather straightforward on it.
Yeah.
And then they made the bottom bit bigger just for the tank to fit into.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the arse to fill up.
Right.
Because you have to take the top bit off with the airflow ring off, and then you've got your fill ports just down here.
Right, I'm with you. Yeah.
And then the ring on it, and then just your doming.
Yeah.
On the inside. So it's quite funky, but like everything that Unicorn make, because they make it in British Columbia, it is just perfect made. And I've been informed that the threading on the mouth to lung tank is so buttery smooth.
Well, we shall see.
Phenomenal.
Be very shortly. Very shortly. I must admit, I am impressed with this mech mod. It's lovely.
constant contact.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Vindicator as well, and I think I prefer this to the Vindicator.
I find just the weight of it, the shape of it, is just so easy, nice to hold in the hand. I'll find myself just sitting there holding it.
Yeah, yeah. What's the time? We're nearly there, like 8 minutes too. I didn't want to drag on tonight because Tina's not been very well. Don't worry, guys. It's not anything like a virus. She's just not on top form. Of course, a bit cloudy in here. Just looking at myself, I think, oh, I'm fuzzy. That's because there's vapour in front of me from 2 or 3 good yanks on the nest. But yeah, so I didn't want to be too late. I'll just apologise here. My little rant earlier, I'm sorry, I snapped a bit, and that's not like me. I saw a bit of red mist, I think.
You had to get it out. You had to get it out.
Possibly I did.
It's better getting it out like that, and there's no harm done.
Yeah, it's it's just needless, isn't it? I like a vaping community where we help each other. That's what I like.
That's what it should all be.
Yeah.
But you get people that think they're better than everybody else, then that's when it becomes disjointed.
Mm.
Yeah, to me, everybody's equal. Everybody is a human being at the end of the day, and we're all equal.
Someone said to me once when I was worried. I think it was an interview. I was worried. I thought, God, I'm worried about this. And the guy said to me, I think, was it my old father-in-law? And he said, just remember, he said, we all put our trousers on one leg at a time. That's all he said. And I thought, he's right, really. If you think of it like that, you shouldn't ever be in a position where you feel inferior to anyone else or anything like that, should you?
I've met some famous people, and I've stood in front of the Queen, and she's still the normal person.
Does she remember you though, Roy? That's the thing.
Probably not.
Oh yes, it's the one I couldn't understand up
Yes,
there.
I remember. Charming
Jay,
Irish fellow.
Considering there was 250.
Yeah, I know, mate.
Irish people at one place at one time when the Queen was walking down past us, then yeah. Because when we got
Diana used our loo.
Pardon?
Diana used our loo when we had
Did she
the
get taken short outside your house, Jay?
And Colin McRae used our forecourt one year in the RAC rally as a repair den on the way.
Right. Well, I think, guys, 5 to 10. Thank you, folks, for your 51 thumbs up. I appreciate that. And the 19 down, well, I'm over it. Doesn't matter. So last year. So let's start round the table. Roy, you can go. Jay did what he's vaping on first. You can say your goodbyes first.
Well, Mark, thank you very much for having me on the show. As always, it's been a good laugh, good chat. Thank you to everybody in chat for joining in and being here and watching. And to anybody that subbed to me this evening, thank you very much. I appreciate every single one of yous. And if anybody hasn't given a wee thumbs yet at the minute, press the button. If you're going to press the thumbs up, press it once. If you're pressing the thumbs down, press it twice. And to all the ones ghosting out there that don't do anything, that just come in to hear if there's anything controversial or to hear if anybody's mentioned their name or anything like that, I'll give you that, because you aren't worth the middle. And with that, I'll pass on to Jay.
Basically what he said. No, thanks guys for watching, and yeah, I won't be on next week because next week it's my birthday, so next Tuesday's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Sweet,
So I won't be on next week. I'll probably sit at home and get drunk with the missus and watch TV. A cozy night in on it.
Yeah, because you're open now, aren't you, in Wales? That's all opened up again now, isn't it?
Yeah, we've started, the shop started opening now, so
yeah. I don't think in England, I don't think there is no lockdown from what I can see. There's just as much traffic as there always is. It's weird, strange.
In Northern Ireland, we can't decide what to do because we've got a mandatory government that's got two sides of the coin on it. And one side wants to go with the UK, one side wants to go with Southern Ireland, and they're both going, well, we don't know what to do.
thanks, guys.
You would think at a time of crisis we would all be able to say, "Do you know what? Let's all do the same thing. Let's just agree to get this thing sorted out. Then we'll get back to bickering." But never mind, they don't. Yeah, well, that's just me left. Thank Jay. Thanks for coming on this week. Lovely to see you back.
Yeah, man.
Last week was my error, not your mistake. My error. Booking too many people and not enough spaces to put them on. Well done, me. So, but yeah, lovely to see you back, Jay, and I wish you a happy birthday for next week.
Thank you very much,
Roy.
mate.
Thank you very much for coming on. I don't care what people say about you. I think you're all right.
Thank you. I think you're all right too.
No, lovely to have you on, Roy. Knowledgeable fellow. Always nice to have you on here. And everyone in chat, thank you very much. Usual discussions, usual good questions. Yeah, enjoyed it all. And sorry about the little rant earlier, but never mind, we're over it.
Oh, saying sorry.
Well, I don't like snapping like that. It's not like me. I don't often do it. So, you know.
It means more when you do.
Well, possibly. Yeah, possibly. But I don't like losing the plot. I felt quite close to it.
You didn't, though. You kept it together.
Super job. Right. So until next week or next time, thanks for watching, folks. Take care. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.